not have any more kiddos on my payroll and focus on myself someday. My goals for this year is that we're going to have fun. It's kind of funny how Miss Sandoval and I have some goals. We didn't do this together. She did hers separately and I did mine separately, but just to have fun. And I hope that I teach you something. We hope that when you walk out of our class, you've learned something. Another one of my goals is to get back on campus without this silly virus. I don't mind teaching like this, but I would love to be in the classroom with you guys. It's way more fun as a teacher. And then my third goal is just that we enjoy the year. You know, I hope we all get back to school in a few weeks and kind of get some normalcy to our life and just try to finish enjoying 2020 and then enjoy the whole school year. That's what I'd like to do.
Thank you, Ms. Woolsey.
Hi.
So I will take some questions, but I want to go ahead and kind of move us into the Schoology page. And then after that, if you have questions and you want to stay and ask them, Ms. Woolsey and I will stay on and we'll answer any questions that you have. We might not have the answers because we're doing the best we can right now to figure all this stuff out too. But we will definitely get you an answer. If we don't have it right now, we will figure that out. But let's get to the Schoology part. So I know it's not maybe the most fun part, but it is something that's going to be important for you guys. Okay, so that was the About Me slides there that we just went through. To reach us, so whenever you need to report to this class, so during period, that's what you want to look at, okay? So during your 6th period, you're going to come here. So you'll follow the schedule. I emailed it out, but I'm going to link it to this page too. I just didn't have time to get that done for you guys today. But the first 3 weeks, we're on kind of a block schedule. So we'll see each other twice a week, and then we'll see all classes 1 through 7 on Friday. But whenever it's time for 6th period, you're going to come here to our Schoology homepage. You're going to go to your Algebra 1 6th period. I know you see 5th on there. Mine looks a little different because of the teacher view. But you can click the Zoom link here, or you can use the one in your email, whatever works for you guys. And then that's how you'll be able to join. And then that way we'll all be together. Ms. Woolsey and I will be live with you the whole time. And so we'll be here for questions. And anytime that, you know, our class period is scheduled to meet, you can find us here. We'll teach live. We're going to take questions live. You can even work on your assignments live and get help right then and there. So like, okay, we're all stuck on number 3. Like, let's, you know, separate, and we can do all of that here in Zoom. So it's not as good as being in person, but we're going to make it work. But this Zoom link is really important. So being able to get here to be live with us is going to be really important. You can also access our syllabus for the course, but I'm not going to get into that too much today because that's boring and we don't need to talk about that today. The only thing I want you to know from the syllabus, and we'll cover it, but the main thing I want you to know is that to be prepared for our class, of course, you need some sort of access to this Zoom call, right? So either if it's on your phone, a computer's best, you know, I get it, but if it has to be your phone, that's okay. You need your Schoology access, and you need just some paper and a pen or pencil. It doesn't have to be a, you know, a specific notebook or spiral, but some sort of organization system to some place that you can keep all of the stuff for our course. We are going to take some notes. We're going to, you know, submit some assignments. You'll need a place to do some work. Oh, see, my lights just went out. I'm just going to talk in the dark. It's motion activated. I need y'all here to help my lights stay on, you know, just bear with me here. So, but yeah, paper and pen, pencil, that's what I need you guys to have access to going into next week. Okay, so let's say our deadline for that's Monday. You need a place to keep up with the stuff for this class. You can also link to a weekly agenda. This week, it's not too stressful, right? It's we're just getting to know each other. We're pretty much just talking about Zoom, how to access Schoology, and we're practicing. That's a lot of practice this week, guys. It's just, can we submit assignments? Can we open the documents and upload them and edit them? And, you know, just making sure that we can do all of that stuff before we start doing the real stuff with the math. That'll be next week, okay? But this week, don't be afraid of messing up or making a mistake. You can't mess it up this week. If you show up and you're trying, you are not going to mess up anything. You're going to be golden, okay? So do not worry about making mistakes. You got to just jump in there and try, okay? So that's how you'll get here, and I'll change this. Every week I'll change this so that you know, like on Friday, you'll know what's coming, okay? So I'm going to keep this as an updated document. Usually it'll have more stuff on it, but this week we're just trying to figure it all out, okay? So then going back, we talked about me, our Zoom link. We'll cover the syllabus later. Desmos is the online calculator. Since we're not in class, we'll refer to that later. You don't need that this week. You don't need a graphing calculator, but you can click on that and that'll take you to a calculator for the future. So just to tell you, you've got that, that access here. And then our Zoom rules, click on that. So have a spiral and pencil nearby because we're going to take notes together. So we're going to work together live, just like we would in person. It's just a little different online here. Have your Google access. We do a lot of Google Docs stuff here. So we're going to submit things. You'll have to open them and there'll be, you know, a Google document or a slide or a Google form. And all of that is going to be easier to do if you have your Google information, if you're logged in. So that email it's your first name, last name at g.hayescsid.net. That's what I'm talking about. So that Google stuff. And if you need help with that, I will get a video for you. I'll take questions, but we'll get you that information. But we need you to have that going forward so that you can get in, click on something, open it, you don't have any trouble. And then like we said, ClassLink and Schoology, we're gonna use that stuff every day. So we need to make sure if you're struggling with any of those logins, do not be embarrassed. Reach out, talk to us, let us know. Either myself or Miss Woolsey, we're here for you. You can message in Schoology. You can shoot us emails. Our emails are on there and through the syllabus. So, I mean, we will respond to you. There are technically phone numbers associated with us, like if you go through the school's, you know, website, but we're not always in our rooms. So I would say that the Schoology messaging or emails are the best way to get a hold of us so that, you know, we're not always sitting by our phones at our desk. We can't get that stuff on the go. So that's going to be the easiest way to get in touch with us. And then the Zoom link that we just talked about, that's the most important thing, because even if you can't open your assignment, come to that Zoom link and at least you get your information and we can get help with the rest of it later. And then lastly, just try all the things, just participate. That's what we need from you guys. We need your effort. We need you to show up, listen, do the best you can, and just give us that effort because we're here to support you. We know it's weird. This is not a normal school year, obviously. And like Miss Woolsey said, I'm new to Johnson too. And, you know, a lot of y'all are new to Johnson. So we're up. We're all doing this together. So we have a whole class here of, you know, students that are new to a school, and we're starting school in a very different time. So definitely don't ever hesitate to reach out and ask questions. There's no bad question right now. What you're seeing me do here, guys, is just a little, I'm taking you through our folder structure. You're not going to see all of this. I'm over here touching my screen like you can see me, but you're not going to see the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I haven't published those to you guys yet. So all you're going to be able to see is what Miss Woolsey and I published, which is the Algebra 1 Tell Me Your Name, and Tuesday. So since today's Tuesday, that's what we've opened up for you guys to be able to see. So when you're in Schoology, that's what you should be able to see. Don't worry that you can't see the bottom two. Whenever you click into this Algebra 1 Tell Me Your Name, some of you already did it. Y'all are rock stars. So what this is going to be, Miss Woolsey and I just want to make sure that we're pronouncing your name correctly, number one. Number two, we're going to ask you guys to sometimes submit assignments where you have to talk. And so you can either from your computer or your cell phone, if you don't have the capabilities on your computer for whatever reason, that's okay. There's a Schoology app you can get on your phone, and you can submit this and use your cell phone's recording feature to record your voice. And you're just going to tell us your name. Give us your full name the way it is on the roster, but then if you go by something else, so it's like, okay, you know, I go by my middle name. That's what I'm more comfortable with. That's okay. Let us know, but that's the place you'll tell us that. So you'll click on the little microphone, and it's just a little icon. We highlighted in yellow here so you can see that. But you're going to click on that, and you're just going to say your name. And if there's something else, like I said, that you want us to refer to you by, if you go by a different name, you'll let us know that there too. And then you hit submit, and it's going to pop up for us, and we're going to be able to go in there and hear that. And then, you know, make any notes if we need to, but that would be really helpful for us to start being able to make those connections, and make sure that we have your name down correctly. Okay, so that's one thing I need y'all to do for us today. The other thing that we need you to do is going to be to go into the Tuesday folder. So the Tuesday folder has a couple of things in it. So it has a starter question. And so when you click on that, you're going to tell us in the comment section your name and previous school. Again, we're trying to learn names, and it's harder now because it's Zoom. So, you know, and it's all online. It's way easier when we can see your faces and talk to y'all and interact with y'all. And so we're just trying to see your name and make as many connections to your names as possible so that we can learn them as fast as we can. Okay, so we need you to go in, put your name and where you're coming from, whatever your previous school was. Tell us that, because we want to know where are you coming from, so that we have that information. Okay. The next one's kind of funny. What animal would you be and why? So this one's a Jamboard. I will tell you guys that's connected to Google. Google's been acting a little crazy today, so it hasn't been cooperating all day. It seemed like it was doing a little better the last 30 minutes. But if you log into this, if you click this and you have trouble, don't panic. Okay. If you guys see this little sad guy here? Stress. That just means that whatever it is that we're trying to open is too big. The file or the website, it's got too much information, and Schoology said, I don't like it, so I'm not going to open it. So it gives you sad face. Don't panic. All you need to do, if you've seen this and you're like, okay, it's broken, go up here and click on, because this is actually going to be a link. And this will happen every time. You can click on this if you want it to open in a new window. But if you see this little sad guy, don't panic. Just click on this. And what you're going to see here is just kind of playing around. But if you could be any animal, what would you be and why? I added mine, but I didn't save it correctly. So I'm going to go back in there, and Miss Woolsey will too. And we'll get ours put in there so y'all can see what we're thinking. These are some of the other Algebra 1 teachers' responses that are in here. But if a page fills up, just go ahead and we can collaborate on this space. I don't want you to stress, but I do want you to practice putting something on the jam. Do you have a question? You're fine. I just want you to practice. Again, this week, all Ms. Woolsey and I need you to do is practice using this stuff, so that by the time we're using it for math stuff, it's not the first time you've tried it. Okay, so this is risk-free. Have fun with it. The only thing we want to tell you is to be cautious. Just don't put anything inappropriate. Okay, I'm not trying to give you ideas, but remember, everybody can see this. Your parents could see it, admin can see it, all your classmates can see it. And even if you take something down after you put it up, Ms. Woolsey and I can go in and we can see what was there. We can always recover what's been posted here. So, and that goes with all the stuff in all your classes, guys, in this virtual world. Be responsible, don't put anything on there that could get you in any kind of trouble. Okay. So I'm all for being fun and, you know, trying to, you know, get to know each other and being silly sometimes, but be responsible and make sure that you're not putting anything on there that could get you in any kind of trouble. Make sure that your mom would approve. Your mom thinks it's fine, you know, make sure you're kind of using that as a guiding principle. Ms. Woolsey, is anything you want to add to that?
I can't think of anything. Just kind of piggyback on what Ms. Sandoval said. Just really make sure that you understand that this is a practice time. So if you don't understand it, please make sure and reach out to one of the two of us, because once we go to things where we really start, you know, being a little more serious, we really want to make sure that we just don't want you to get behind. So make sure that you really ask us questions. No question is a dumb question. So even if you want to ask us privately, just make sure that you understand all of these apps that we're using.
And it's a lot. And we know you guys are better at the apps than we are. And so maybe y'all are like, this is easy. This isn't stressing me out. But I know some of you might be feeling stressed. Like I look at all this and I'm like, this is a lot. So, we're learning it too. So, definitely ask lots and lots of questions. Cause like we said, maybe we don't know the answer, but we need to find it out. And so y'all can help us know what we don't know in some cases. Okay. So this is just something fun I want y'all to play around with. I do want everyone to put something on the Jamboard because I need you to practice. We need to make sure that you are able to access it and that you're able to post to it. And then that way, we know that we can use this going forward and y'all know how to do it. And it's not something that is going to stress y'all out because you've already done it before. Okay, so give it a shot. Okay, so I'm going back to the Schoology page. I'm going back into Tuesday. So the starter question, remember you're posting your name and your school, your previous school. The Jamboard, that's what we just opened. You have to click it and it'll take you to a new page. And you're gonna add in your favorite animal or what animal you would be and why. Then there's a check-in. The check-in, when you click on this little guy here, this is just letting us know how you're feeling. Just be honest, but it's just kind of seeing how you guys are doing right now. How are you feeling about all this virtual learning this week? It's okay to not be feeling great, but maybe you're feeling super confident. That's great too. So just kind of going through here and letting us know, maybe it's not going so great. No wrong answer here. We're just trying to see how y'all are feeling so that we know and we can, best support you guys. And then the last thing for today is the selfie activity. So the selfie activity, right here where I have my mouse over this little icon, this is an assignment icon. So whenever you see that, there's something that you have to submit to Ms. Woolsey and I. So just get familiar, or any of your classes, but when you see that, you have to submit something. So when you click on this, and a couple of you did, y'all are amazing, you're going to click on this link above. So right here, I know this is kind of weird, but a lot of the links are actually like, you don't see a link like the old school way. It's just a live link to click. So this, you actually click it. See how my cursor changes to that icon? So when you're looking like, where is the assignment? You click on that. Okay, so when you click on it, so click the link above, that's this guy here in red. Click it, and it's gonna make a copy. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna click it. It's gonna ask you to make a copy. This is where being signed into Google is gonna help you too, because that way you don't have to mess with any permissions or anything. It's already connected to your Google account. So make a copy, click on that. So let's take a selfie. So this is what we're gonna ask you guys to work on in closing for today. So we're gonna let y'all go here. We're gonna take some questions, but this is what I'm gonna ask you guys to complete for us if you haven't already. Please actually put a photo in here. It just helps us, again, make that face to name connection. It's hard right now. It's going to be hard when y'all come back because of masks and everything, but we really, really want to see your face and put that face to that name. So put a selfie in here. I mean, it's just Miss Woolsey and I seeing this isn't like it's going out to everybody. Don't worry about, like, oh, I'm not having a good hair day, or I don't have makeup on, or, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to see your face. We want to meet you guys. And so this is a way that we can start to get to know you guys and some of your interests. So you're going to edit this document. You're going to put your name, some of your favorite stuff, some hobbies you'd like to share, things that describe you, 3 words that describe you, and then some goals for the year. Just whatever your goals are, you feel comfortable sharing with us. We'd love to hear them and get to know you guys a little better. So you're gonna complete this, and then you made a copy. So either on your computer or on your phone, you have a copy of that, and then you're gonna go in and submit. Now, I'm gonna pause here and tell you that this teacher view, yours isn't going to look like that. So let me give you an example. I'm going to go into a different class, and I want to show you what it's going to look like when you submit. Okay. So I have to go into a class where I'm a student. And so I could go in, I actually think I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go into this one. Okay, so if I go into this course and I go to the selfie activity, see right here where it says submit assignment? That's what y'all's view will look like. On my screen, you saw where people had started, or your classmates had started to submit. You won't see that. Only Miss Woolsey and I will see that. You're going to see submit assignment. So once you make a copy of your selfie activity by clicking it, edit it, and then you'll hit submit. And then from here, you can upload a file. So you can save it and upload it. You can also, I believe there's a way you can link it if you're comfortable with your Google account stuff, but I think we should just stick with a file for now. So let's just go ahead and upload it as a file. Let's practice that. And if you have trouble with it, we'll be around. Ms. Woolsey and I will be around to get some, answer any questions that you guys may have. So again, don't stress, but we want you to try it. So this is all just trying, and then send us a message or an email if we can help you. Okay. So I'm going to go back to our course, and then I'm going to open it up for some questions, and then also Ms. Woolsey, if there's anything else you'd like to add.
Well, to make sure you realize that the selfie assignment's not due until Friday.
Yes.
There was a due date on that one. The others, you can do it now. If you want to, when we finish up here and you want to go ahead and do it so you don't forget, that's fantastic. But just realize you've got until Friday on that one. So make sure that when you click on the folder that you're looking at a due date to see if it's due immediately. If it's, like I said, that one we have on Friday. So she's going to click back on it. And
yeah, but you can see up here at the top, due Friday, September 11th. But that, again, that's my view, but yours will tell you that again.
Yeah. So like I said, do it as quickly as you want, but realize you've got a couple of days on that one, especially if you're trying to figure out how to get the picture and everything in there.
Most definitely. Yes. So yes. Okay. Yeah. And to look for that submit assignment, where that little icon means you have something to turn in there. Okay. At this point, I'm happy to take, we are happy to take any questions that we, maybe can answer, maybe we can't, like I said, but we're here. So if you have questions, feel free to unmute yourself. I know it might be a little scary. Don't be scared. We're all going to be very comfortable with each other as this year progresses. So if you have questions, unmute and let us know. I'm going to stop screen sharing right now. Okay, any questions at all?
I have one question.
Sure.
So for the selfie, like once we get into where the folder is, where the submit is, once we submit it, we'll just like go on there, or do we have to link it in there?
It's good to see you, bud. As long as you upload the file, it should just automatically like load to me, and we should see it.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, don't stress about it. If you try it and then for some reason Ms. Woolsey and I can't see it, we'll let you know. Okay, so and that's the other reason. You know, if you have time today, knock it out real quick and submit it, and then that way we can go in. And I've been leaving comments like if I can't see something or it didn't, but you submit it. If I can't open it or there's a problem, we'll just leave a comment in there and we'll let you know, hey, you know, we tried to open it, but we couldn't see it, you know, and we'll talk about it and we'll figure out what's going on so that you get that in there correctly. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for your question.
Wait,
Yes.
so this week, next week is when like the assignments will begin.
We'll start with the math stuff. Yeah. Some assignments this week. They're just not math related.
Yeah, and that was like this week is just what's your like getting to know each other.
Yeah, this week, just getting to know each other and practicing on this new website and just making sure that we feel comfortable before we start the math stuff. What other questions do y'all have?
Hold on, I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have to do, do you have to do the, what animal would you be and why, one today? Do you have to do that one today?
You don't, no. But I would like you to try it before the next class period, because that way if you're having trouble, because we'll see each other again on Thursday at the same time, okay? So try it by Thursday, please. That way, if you can't open it or something, you can let us know and we can figure out, you know, if we need to adjust some settings or, you know, is it a login situation or whatever. I just don't want everybody waiting until Friday and then saying, I had problems with everything. And then, you know, we have trouble getting you guys ready to go, because we will be starting next Monday. We're actually going to start with Algebra 1 in all of the Algebra 1 classes. So we're going to start with the real math stuff. And it won't be too hard. You're going to be fine. But I want y'all to try it. So that's a great question. It's not like it has to be done today, but yeah, if you've got some time, do it. Okay, definitely give it a shot, and then let us know if you're having trouble. Thank you.
Right.
Any other questions? These are good questions.
They are.
Remember, there's no dumb question, like Ms. Woolsey said. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and let y'all go so that y'all have some time to work on these assignments. You know, like I said, it doesn't have to be right now, but I encourage you while it's fresh on your mind, give it a shot. And Ms. Woolsey and I will be around. And you know, if you have questions, let us know, and we'll definitely get back to you as soon as we can, whatever help we can give you guys. Keep in mind that those advisory times on the schedule, those are opportunities for y'all to come and see us live. Okay, so we'll be available via the Zoom links during the advisory times, either myself and Ms. Woolsey or one or the other, because you know, sometimes we might go with certain groups of students to work, you know, kind of more one-on-one or small group, but somebody will be here for you guys. So if you have questions, come on in. I know it's the first week, so you might not have as many, but just know you're not bothering us, and that's what that time is for. During these first 3 weeks of virtual advisory is time to go to your teachers, go to their Zoom links, and get help if you need it. Okay, so we're all here. Yes, question?
Wait, are we also gonna have advisory once after when we go back to in person?
Yes, but it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a time attached to your fourth period class. So your fourth period will just be a little bit longer. You'll stay in that fourth period class. So advisory won't be when you come back. It won't be like you go to a separate teacher with different kiddos and from your fourth period. You're just going to stay with your fourth period teacher in that class, and you'll have like a little bit of extra stuff, not like assignments, extra stuff to do, but if there's information that the school needs to get to you guys, or anything like that, and, just a time to, have some extra support in that class, and the school might need to share information, that'll all be done through that class. So it's just 4th will be a little bit longer, but that's a good question too.
So what I would do is I would get on here.
Okay. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and say y'all are free to go and work on whatever you need to. And like I said, we'll be around. So if you have questions, definitely let us know. Thank y'all so much for showing up today and asking questions. It was so great to see you guys, and looking forward to seeing y'all on Thursday.
Nice to meet you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
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 Hi, y'all.
Bye.
Like how
Excuse
fast
me,
they
is
get
this the
off.
last class for today?
Yes, that's the last. Yes, this is the last class for today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Bless their hearts. It's got to be a lot of information.
I know. I'm going to go over that a million times.
Is this the last class? Yes. You can.
I know. I feel so bad. Like, I just don't know like what they don't know, so I feel like I want to cover everything, but I also know that brains can only take so much. So
Yeah. And I took a screenshot. I think I had to take it in 2 different screenshots. So I'll just email that to you.
Perfect.
Of the attendance. I mean, I keep my special friends separately for me, but I'll just
Yeah.
I'll send those screenshots to you so you have the attendance.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I'm just trying to, we definitely didn't have everybody, but this class, I think now I looked at my newest rosters. I think we have like 25 in this one now. So
We had 21 here.
right. So that's not terrible.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
mean,
That's
I
not
would-
terrible.
Out of the special ed kiddos, I was missing 3. So I mean, a lot of your general ed kids may have been there.
Yeah. It's looking like that. Okay. Well, feedback for tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it went good. I was impressed at how many questions they asked.
Me too. I really was. Yeah.
And don't usually do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything that you think I need to hit differently or better? Or?
I think you did a great job.
Okay. Thanks. I'm just trying to, put myself in their shoes a little bit. And it's like, cause I'm over here trying to look at my screens and, like also look at my notes of like what I want to make sure that
Right. Well, and like you say, everything looks different. I had a little kiddo that's on my caseload, and he emailed me. He goes, "How do I check in for attendance?" I'm like, I said, "I don't see what you see."
I should have said that. I should have let them know that like today they didn't have it at all.
Yeah. Well, I saw that I remembered that email. from
Yeah.
the person, and so I went back to record. I said, "We're not counting it today." I said, "Look tomorrow and see if your question looks different." But yeah, he was stressing out of that. How do I get? I said, "I think you're good for today." Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That was kind of
Okay.
thing. Yeah. So, but hopefully.
Okay. So tomorrow, we come back together. I think, do you have any more information? I mean, not that you should, but I just, with our deaf student, I think she's in 3rd.
I'm going to reach out. Mark and I had an interpreter this morning.
We have an interpreter and her name's Caitlin something.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I had a different one. The interpreter that I had this morning said there's 4 of them on campus
Mm-hmm.
because there's 5 deaf kiddos.
Okay.
I had 2 deaf kiddos in that one class that Mark and I had. So I'm assuming the interpreter will come in. But I haven't followed up with that one yet because I thought I just had 2 total. I didn't realize I had 3. So, but I'm assuming, but I know the interpreter this morning didn't have Mark's Zoom link. So you've already had an interpreter in one of your classes?
No, I haven't had her yet, but I've been in contact with her. I've added her as course admin and
Okay,
everything. So
Perfect. So she's got the Zoom login.
I'm going to go ahead and send her, as you're saying, I was literally writing a note to myself, like, I'm just going to send her a separate email so that she
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, because like I said, I felt bad. The interpreter logged in at 10:30 this morning, and Mark and I were done. But it wasn't. He had a bunch of stuff on there that was visual. So hopefully that helped. But yeah, I would go ahead and send that to her because I know that was one of our problems this morning.
Got it.
That she
Sounds
didn't have to get in. But other than that, like I said, I'm assuming she will be there. And the one this morning told us that she goes into Schoology and She does a lot of the what's it called at the bottom of the screen?
She like annotates or something.
Yeah, or just how they have the
Oh,
words.
signs
Yeah.
over it. Yeah.
So she will, like I said, go into the Schoology and do a lot of what she does ahead of time.
Okay. Awesome.
But
Yeah,
I'll-
we had a meeting, a Zoom meeting the other day, and they did say that they do that they'll go in as long as everything's open and their admins, they'll go in and pull stuff. And I felt bad because they were saying that, pretty much saying that Edpuzzle's not very user friendly for them.
Oh,
Like, dang it, because like Algebra 1 sounds like they use a lot of Edpuzzles, like so I mean, I don't know. They said as long as they get it early enough, it's like I'll try to be mindful of that, but at the same time, I don't want to not use it, because it's a pain for them to work with.
is it an independent activity or is it a group activity?
Well, they're independent, but I think that it's because Edpuzzles, like it's like a video, but you have points where it automatically stops and asks them questions. And so for them, like if we give them a YouTube video, they can just kind of go and like just do it. But for the Edpuzzles, it's a lot more like choppy. Like it doesn't,
Gotcha.
have to record it differently, and it's kind of an inconvenience from the way they're making it sound. So I was like, because we have one for this Friday, so I'm gonna just give her a heads up that we have one for Friday, that it's already in the folder. Like, hey, go look at it, do what you got to do, and hopefully, I don't know, but I'm hoping that maybe what's your off period?
First and fourth.
First and fourth.
Uh-huh. 'Cause I'm off fourth with you. I'm off first with geometry and fourth with you guys.
Perfect. Okay. Because I'm hoping that I feel like when I look at all the SPED 504 and ESL kids, like it's a lot of kids. And so I'm hoping we can sit down maybe at some point before next week and just, because I've been looking at all their accommodations and stuff too, but like it's a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, they're overly accommodated in my opinion.
Yes. Right? Like I feel like am I crazy? Like I'm looking at that, like, good grief, the stuff between the extra time and the one-on-one and the small group and the oral and the it's just like good grief.
No,
there's a ton of kids.
Yeah, and I did work at a school one time where we overly accommodated, and legally, if they're not using the accommodations, they shouldn't have them. But they also, they really can't fail if they're not using an accommodation.
Right.
And so, no, it needs to be something that, because like I said, when I see that many accommodations, then I start, no. So I keep documentation about what needs to be cut off. And, next time you have an R on this kiddo, please take this one off. So, yeah, no, that's all I did last night was go through accommodations, and I was highlighting stuff, and it was overly accommodated. So
yeah. Well, let's plan on that then, like sit down maybe Thursday.
Are you done Zooming already with the kids?
Yeah, because
the kids, yeah. Just Elaine and I are just like talking about like
it
all
seems
the
like
kids and
there's been
accommodations.
some schedule changes because I know we're matching
Well, if you're done
IEPs,
Zooming, I was gonna say
IEPs
the
and
parent is
schedules.
Zooming.
So I know I need to go through and get some more accommodations. I think we have some new kids that have come in, and
Yeah, I'm getting some emails.
yeah. So,
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your help today, and look forward to having another successful one tomorrow.
do it again tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. It was great.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, bye.
You have your 6th grade.